It is a difficult process, and it is a very emotionally painful process, and I think that needs to be acknowledged. And it will be painful for the children, but there are times when it is better for the children ultimately and the couples to divorce or separate, when it's no longer feasible to live in an atmosphere which is too damaging. So when that decision has been made, if it can be acknowledged jointly by the couple, then they can work together, and Relate also helps couples separating or divorcing, that they can come together and find strategies, either on their own or through counselling, for working through that divorce process in the easiest way possible. And the primary concern is for the children. So that can be difficult because often it's one partner who wants to divorce or separate and the other who doesn't. There's often a great deal of hurt and bitterness and anger. And unfortunately, very often the children are used in that and forced to take sides, or maybe there is the threat of one partner not being allowed to see the children, or the children's minds being, polluted against the one partner. So there's a lot that goes on. And my advice would be that if you want to divorce, the best way is to think of causing least damage to the children. So that means not asking them to choose between them, allowing them access to both parents, keeping the bitterness that one or both parties might feel away from the children, and not expecting the children to carry that. Because children basically, unless there's been serious damage to the children as well, love both parents and want to be able to love both parents, and don't want to have to carry the guilt of enjoying spending time with one parent and that causing great distress to the other parent. And that is a good way of creating guilt within a child, which we've already talked about is so damaging. So it is a great responsibility on parents to contain their own feelings and keep those separate from the children as much as possible, whilst explaining what's going on to the children. So firstly, when the decision has been made, I suggest that both parents decide how they're going to tell the children, and they tell the children together, and make sure the children know what is going to happen to them in terms of where they're going to live, how often they're going to be able to see each other, that there will be access to both parents, that they are in no way to blame for the situation, and that they will be loved as much as they were before by both parents. And then it's important for both parents to carry that through. One of the difficult things is that one parent very often sees the children less than the other, and that is very painful, and it's often the father who will then only see the children at intervals, maybe frequent intervals, but still they don't live with the father. More and more now, it's the parenting is shared equally between parents, but where that's not possible, it is a very difficult situation, and the parent who lives away can find that seriously painful, and try and compensate by over-treating the children, by not wanting to discipline them, all those complications that can arise, but dealt with carefully and thoughtfully. There's no reason why the children should suffer too much. They suffer mostly through the antagonism between parents, but these are the consequences, unfortunately.